Getty Twitter at Boris Johnson. Johnson capped off talks with French officials by declaring that great meetings took place. The Foreign Secretary discussed the potential construction project following a day of immigration talks. The French leader reportedly responded, "I agree, let's do it." Mr. Johnson put forward his idea as Theresa May and Emmanuel Macron sealed a deal that will fast-track asylum applications at Calais. The former mayor of London tweeted, "So much important work in United Kingdom France summit outcomes, but I'm especially pleased we are establishing a panel of experts to look at major projects together. Our economic success depends on good infrastructure and good connections. Should the Channel Tunnel be just a first step?" Twitter user John Worth blasted the Foreign Secretary's proposal as wacky in a post on social media. He said, "You thought Boris Island was wacky, let's have a bridge to France. Yeah. When the tunnel does not even run at capacity." Mr. Johnson is understood to have discussed a privately funding bridge or tunnel link joining the two nations with his French counterparts. Tuesday, April 4, 2017. Aid workers help migrants up the shore after making the crossing from Turkey to the Greek island of Lesbos on November 16, 2015 in Sakaminas, Greece. He claimed, "We are two of the world's greatest economies linked by a single railway. It's ridiculous. Technology is moving on all the time and there are much longer bridges elsewhere, including one that is 34 miles long in Japan." The idea could be what the Foreign Secretary was referring to on social media that explained British and French experts were looking at the possibility of major projects together. A joint declaration after the summit at the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst, added the United Kingdom and France have a long history of collaboration in delivering cutting-edge technologies, whether pioneering supersonic travel or better connecting our countries through the Channel Tunnel. Cooperation between our nations has produced radical innovation. We will continue to partner to invest in the technologies of tomorrow, including through a joint scheme supported by up to €100,000 £88,000 per year to support academic exchanges, scientific collaboration, and innovation. The communiqué added, "As we look to the future of our relationship through the 21st century, we have agreed to establish a joint group of eminent and qualified persons to examine other options for future cooperation, including for significant projects." Mr. Johnson capped off talks with French officials by declaring that great meetings took place as he shared a photo of himself with Mr. Macron. He tweeted, "En marche, great meetings with French counterparts today." The French president remarked that the UK and France are somehow making a new tapestry together, and declared the pair share the same destiny. En marche, great meetings with French counterparts today. pic.twitter.com 73B1RSKD3 Boris Johnson at Boris Johnson, January 18, 2018. As part of the visit, Theresa May and Mr. Macron put together a new multi-million-pound deal at Sandhurst Military Academy, Berkshire, during the latter's first trip to the UK. On border control, the two leaders signed a new Sandhurst Treaty, designed to reform and improve how they manage the border in France. Britain had already alarmed Eurosceptics by saying it would pay another £44.5 million to boost fences, CCTV and infrared detection technology in ports along the Channel, where officials from both countries jointly administer the Anglo-French border. Boris Johnson floated the idea during meetings yesterday. Macron stressed the new treaty would enable us both to have a more humane approach to these people and to be more efficient, while also protecting and encouraging vital trade through the Channel ports. Quicker application processing means that those who are not chosen will be sent back to the home country faster. Officials stated that this could reduce the pull factor for migrants looking to make their way to Britain. Those seeking asylum in the UK will be informed of the success or failure within a month. Getty and border control. The two leaders signed a new Sandhurst Treaty. As part of the deal, Britain will take in up to 260 lone child migrants from Calais and other Channel ports. However, Mr. Macron declared that the European Union was not going to budge in matters surrounding Brexit after telling the Prime Minister that she would have to contribute to the budget and acknowledge European jurisdiction. The French leader attempted to distance himself from the bitter block by explaining that he visited Britain neither to punish nor reward Mrs. May.